and welcome to the Syttende Mai Festival 2022. Today is Sunday, May 15th, 2022. The temperature is a lovely 72 degrees. It's really a beautiful day. We're all set and ready to watch the Syttende Mai Parade. My name is Tricia Cease, and with me is Sarah Ebert, the president of the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce, which is the organization that produces this entire festival.
Welcome. Yes, what a festival we had after not being here since 2019 was our last full festival, and 2020 we had to cancel. In 2021 we had a scaled back festival. So we did not have our parade last year as it is here, so I'm looking forward to seeing all our great floats.
Very pleased to recognize the Stoughton Police Department as the kickoff to the Syttende Mai Parade.
They have definitely had quite the busy year, and we thank them for all that they do for us.
And behind them is VFW Post 7591 Color Guard. Veterans of Foreign Wars, or VFW Post 7591 of Madison, was founded in October 1963. They're on Cottage Grove Road in Madison and have been there since 1978. Its members converted a bowling alley to a functioning place for veterans to socialize and support each other.
Coming right behind them, of course, is our Stoughton EMS.
They've had a really large presence at the festival all weekend, which was terrific because it was very hot. And I'm sure lots of people needed some help with that heat and sun.
Absolutely, I got the sunburn to prove it. Right behind them is the Stoughton Fire Department Honor Color Guard. The Stoughton Fire Department Honor Color Guard was created approximately 6 years ago to professionally represent the city of Stoughton and the Stoughton Fire Department at a variety of different events. And if you can see, they're holding some axes. That's pretty cool. I wonder how heavy they are. I wonder if that's going to be a long parade for them.
This is their 4th year in the parade. So they do have a little bit of experience with the route. It is a long one, though.
It is.
And behind them, the Stoughton Fire Department with several of their trucks. It's always fun to see the fire trucks in the parade.
And aren't we lucky that even though this is a cool fire truck, that we do not have to wait for them to come and put out a house fire? How far we have come.
Another favorite parade that Stoughton does that has lots of fire trucks in it is the Victorian Holiday Fire Truck Parade. It's in the early winter, early December, and the fire trucks deck themselves out with all kinds of lights and drive through the town, and it's just a wonderful sight.
Most definitely. We have a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them coming down the road in all different shapes and sizes. Very reassuring.
Now, hopefully, you will never need to call the fire department, but they do help with lots of things: traffic accidents, medical troubles, fires, obviously. I don't know if they will get your kittens out of your tree, though.
It's amazing that we have such a big presence here in Stoughton, and that we have the support and volunteers that are willing to do this.
That's a good point. Stoughton is largely a volunteer fire department, and they are always looking for new volunteers with a sense of adventure who like to help others. Sarah, how long have you been coming to the Syttende Mai Festival?
Well, I have grown up here, so I've been coming my whole life and sitting on the sides, and I know that sometimes I either get sunburned, rained on, or even snowed on. So I have to say that 70-some degrees is absolutely perfect. You never know what you're going to get. And I think what an appropriate way to end the festival, going out on a bang. Well, almost ending it. There's one more dancer performance is after the parade at 3:45, and that's their final performance. So then it's a close.
Then the festival winds up. And it has been wonderful to be back in full festival force this year after a break in the festival celebrations in 2020 and a modified festival last year. It's just been wonderful to see the streets full of people taking in all the Norwegian sights and sounds.
Yeah, I would, if you had to guess, Trisha, how many people do you think is up and down the streets?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think I can count about 50 right in front of us. So I'm sure it's tens of thousands.
Absolutely. And I'm always amazed. Half hour after the parade, it's like a ghost town
Yes.
here. Everything is picked up. People have picked up their chairs and blankets and have gone home.
So Sarah, let's talk about the parade last year. It was a modified event, so we were still being very cautious about COVID. So the way the parade worked last year was that all of the floats that normally drive through were stationary, and people in their cars drove through and looked at those. It was a very clever way to still present the Syttende Mai parade. I'm glad that we're back to the normal format this year.
We were. The one nice thing, though, about that parade is we were actually able to stop and talk to the people in the parade. We did have quite a long backup, I grant that, but if you wanted to ask any questions or just say hi, you had that more personal one-to-one. But I agree, there's nothing like a parade going by. And it looks like a lot of people have gotten flags. They were handing out Norwegian and American flags, so as the people go by, the kids and adults alike can wave them on.
Oh, do you think those babies are in training to be future firefighters?
Maybe, right? That's so cute.
Here we have the American Legion Riders Association from District 3. This group was formed in Garden City, Michigan in 1993, and it includes American Legion family members who ride for a cause. It might be veterans issues, they're participating in local parades or raising funds for charity, or sometimes they're just cruising together on the open road.
Wow, those motorcycles are not messing around. I do not think my Spree could keep up with it. Very, very cool. Love red, white, blue. What a fun way to remember all the people that have done so much for us.
Yes. It's always great how much of a veteran honoring presence we have in the Syttende Mai parade.
I agree. And how people are excited to see them. So coming up here, this is quite cool. This is an M35A2 military cargo truck and trailer, better known as a deuce and a half. And this truck has a 6-cylinder multi-fuel diesel engine, which allows it to burn diesel, gas, fuel oil, or kerosene. Quite cool. It would be nice to maybe switch over whatever's the cheapest today. You have a variety. It was used to transport food, supplies, ammunition to soldiers on the front line, and it was capable of maneuvering over very rough terrain with its 6-wheel drive. These trucks were built from 1950 all the way to 1988. They have a top speed of 50 miles an hour, and it is sponsored by the American Legion and VFW of Stoughton, and is owned and driven by Larry Johnson of Stoughton.
I think that vehicle would have no problem with our Wisconsin winters.
Absolutely. All right, who is coming up? Oh, we continue the veterans theme.
Yes.
Again, perfect day to be able to sit on a float. No rain ponchos or umbrellas or blankets across anybody's laps today. So coming up here, we are going to be celebrating the Veterans Float, and we want to highlight on this float we have a 99-year-old World War II veteran, Clarence Olslin. This float also carries the American Legion and the VFW comrades. Oh, I'm sorry, nope, commanders. How impressive. 99 years old. Where does he choose to be? Syttende Mai Parade.
That's the only place to be.
That is the only place to be. Not only will I talk about them, I will wave.
Oh, that looks like Clarence right in the center
I
there.
bet, in the red coat. Definitely not the fellow with the beard and the tattoos. Who do we have coming up here?
This is the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 59 Poppy Princess Amory Drogsvold. She's a junior member of the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 59 here in Stoughton. And behind her is the AR Flags, or Always Remembered Flags. Based in Madison, AR Flags is a Veterans Services nonprofit organization with a mission to help homeless veterans of Wisconsin. The flag demonstrates appreciation to everyone who has, is, now, or will serve in the military, as well as everyone who has supported them. The flag represents the sacrifices that come with service to our country.
Very cool. I remember actually talking to them last year in our parade. Very interesting. All right, our first band, and how appropriate being the Stoughton High School Marching Band. They're performing Uptown Funk with the director Dan Schmidt and drum major Meredith Thiessen. This year's marching band season was written by Ryan Hansen. The band invites supporters to join them again for an exciting 2022 session, which will begin the first home football game of the season on September 16th. The Viking Marching Band will premiere their 2022 field show production on September 30th. So just a short week later, the band would like to thank Stoughton High School band, booster parents, and volunteers, and the administration of the Stoughton High School for their continued support. That's how these things function, continue to go on for years and years, is all the volunteer support of the community. Without that, we would lose some of these great and wonderful bands, anything with that.
Did you recognize the Uptown Funk song?
I was so concentrated on reading about the band that absolutely.
I was in marching band as a high school student. I really enjoyed it. Some of the parades were very, very warm. Some of them were very cold. We did a winter one too, but it's such a great experience in teamwork, following direction. The drum leaders really have a very strong leadership role. It's a really great experience. Besides,
all our food stands and vendors are still open through the parade. I have heard they have done a bang-up job.
Yes. There were so many people here yesterday and Friday night too. While the weather was still good, Friday was robust with people, and then we had a crazy, dramatic, torrential storm. But that only lasted a few hours, and we were back at the festival in full swing on Saturday.
Absolutely. And I think it started out that we were supposed to get rain Saturday and Sunday. There was a chance. So unfortunately, we had to have one night, but
oh, it looks like one community bank has a lot of good stuff that they're handing out to the people on the side.
And just a few people I see that Lucas Troll, the marketing president of One Community Bank, is out there handing things out. He's been with One Community Bank for 15 years. And I'm not sure if I see, do I see Amy Edgington? If you are a Stoughtonite, you've seen Amy Edgington around forever. Well, Lucas is a Stoughtonite too. Oh, there she is. She's on the truck. She is AVP Bank Manager of the Stoughton branch and has been with One Community Bank for 19 years. And there they go.
So you know that you're getting people who know their stuff when you bank with one community bank.
So Tricia, what is one of your favorite Syttende Mai things to do? Where's always your go-to?
I always really enjoy the live music.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. And being outside and seeing our town filled with people enjoying themselves, just the excitement in the air, the vibe of the whole city, and how excited everybody gets around Syttende Mai weekend. I really love that part.
Yes. You know what always kicks me off thinking Syttende Mai is when the apple blossoms are in bloom, that smell, and you see the Vikings at either end of town when they go up. I know Syttende Mai is coming.
Here we have Mayor Tim Swadley and his family. Tim just started his second 4-year term as the mayor of Stoughton.
What a fun car.
It is a beautiful time of the year. The grass is lush and green and growing very quickly. All the trees have leaves on them. So it's this is also just a lovely time of the year by itself. Having all of the greenery around and then throwing a festival on top of it just really caps off the spring.
I think that will be our theme throughout this whole parade. And how beautiful it is. There they go. Now coming down the road is our 2022 Syttende Mai King and Queen. That is Roger and Donna Stranley. If you have run into them during this festival at all, which is very possible because they have been out and about, you will certainly remember them. They have been a hoot. They have been everywhere and anywhere. So welcoming. And such a great tribute to all the years of community service that they have done and keeping the local Norwegian culture alive. I think I heard Donna, this is her 3rd or 4th bunad.
Oh, really?
Yep. Having a new bunad being queen gave her an excuse. And actually driving the car is Dwayne, that is Roger's brother.
Oh, great. And up next is the 2022 Syttende Mai Prince and Princess. The prince this year is Noah Eskoyen. Princess is Cora Schweigert. Noah goes to Sandhill Elementary School. He's in 4th grade. And Emily is in 3rd grade at Fox Prairie.
Doing a little bit different this year because we weren't able to, last year, our 2021 Prince and Princess they were actually 20, so they could participate last year. This year, because the 3rd graders are typically the Prince and Princess, they opened it up to the 3rd and 4th graders, so the 4th graders would have an opportunity since they lost out. So we have one of each grade represented.
Great. Here we have the Madison Pipes and Drums, which is a nonprofit organization for the purpose of education and entertainment through the promotion of Celtic music and heritage. It's led by Band President Drum Sergeant David Bradley and Pipe Major Chris Brand. Let's listen in.
Yes. I do have to say that they are one of my favorites.
Yes?
Yep.
Great.
There's just something about bagpipes that I just love. Actually, my daughter took lessons for a little bit when she was young. Yeah.
Was that great?
For Grandma got it. It was something fun. She did not like go on to play the bagpipes. We didn't, but it was just something fun experience. So we were talking about our current King and Queen, but coming up behind are all our past King and Queens since 1969. The King and Queen of Syttende Mai have served as an event ambassador, and these royal ambassadors can be nominated by anyone in the community. Nominations are based on community service, commitment to sharing their pride for the city's Norwegian heritage, and Stoughton residents and visitors.
So everyone you see on this float has dedicated a significant amount of time, energy, money, all of it, to making the city of Stoughton a better place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is amazing the time and hours that they have put into it. And unfortunately, as it goes, they're not all with us anymore. But we remember them, and we try to pay tribute to them every year.
Oh, here's Bob Lindmeyer from Channel 27, WKOW. They've participated in the Syttende Mai Parade for over 30 years. I wonder, since Bob Lindmeyer, meteorologist, is in the parade, that's why it's so nice today.
Maybe. He's been a meteorologist for a long time. He may have some strengths.
Also with him is anchors George Smith and Sarah Maslar-Donner. We enjoy watching George Smith, this 6 o'clock news.
It's kind of fun to see newscasters in real life. Like, you feel like
Yes.
they know you. And, I mean, because you feel like you know them.
Yes.
And they don't know you.
They're in your home nearly every day. Now, I think this might be one of my favorites coming up here. The LSM Chiropractic Giant Spine. Since 1954, LSM Chiropractic has provided chiropractic care to Madison and its surrounding areas. Now, I talked to them earlier, and I do know this is only the second year of having the Giant Spine in the Syttende Mai Parade, and as we talked about last year, they just had to stand still and people drive by it. So it's really a treat to see the Giant Spine in action.
Yes, it is. And if I'm looking, I think it's Dr. Jim driving it, and he is also an ambassador for the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, great.
All right. My goodness, here we go. We have the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies. They were formed in 1984. This award-winning group of grannies performed approximately 25 parades from St. Patrick's Day to Christmas. A few words from the group. Their enthusiasm, cheers, and love for the paradegoers have always warmed our hearts and encouraged us even more so these last few months. Thanks to the communities like yours, we will keep dancing on, and thank you for your love and your support. Oh, how fun.
That is great.
I wonder if I could ever be a dancing granny.
I think you probably could.
Years to come. Many, many years to come.
What a great way for the group to remain social and active and just get out there and do some stuff.
Absolutely.
Coming up next is Kicks Unlimited. From head instructor Matt Griffey. As a martial arts instructor with extensive experience in training kids, there's nothing better than seeing them grow firsthand. But more important than the martial arts skills they learn is the personal skills they develop and carry for life, because martial arts is so much more than just kicking and punching. It's about developing confidence, discipline, character, focus, and respect. These kids definitely have some skills.
They definitely do. A cute story is I was handing out flags before the parade, and I gave a flag to one of these, a little girl. And she was excited about the flag, but she was more excited. She pointed down, she had her belt on.
Yes.
She said, "Look at this." And I thought that was so, I'm like, that is cool.
Yes.
And
Martial arts provides many, many benefits to children.
I'm sure I'm going to get this wrong, but look at the people with the sticks. I'm sure
Yes.
they don't call them sticks.
I'm sure they don't. It's a weapon.
Matt has told me that if I want to go in, he will show me how to chop a board in half with my hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he will have you doing that within seconds.
Actually, I saw the Queen do that. The Queen,
Yes.
King and Queen went in there, and so.
I did take karate lessons from Matt for quite a while, and I made it all the way up to blue with a belt with black stripe.
Well, great. I can't say that I ever have done that, but very impressed. And that's not like, that was not that long ago, right?
No, it was just a few years ago, yeah. Next up is Stoughton Small Business of the Year and Small and Business Person of the Year. Both awards given about by the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce via vote by its members. The Small Business of the Year, the UPS Store. Business Person of the Year, Dave Gasner, owner of the UPS Store.
How appropriate. He can sit back and relax. He has put many, many years of volunteering into Stoughton. Little fun fact about Dave is he was a band director before he came here.
He was?
Yeah.
I can actually see that.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yes. Yes, a really wonderful community member.
Well deserving. I've gone in there many times with fires he's had to put out.
Yes,
like Amazon
please, quick, I need this right now. Yeah.
Or Amazon packages. They say I can just bring it back. What? I'll just take care
and
of it.
And they always seem to know. Yes,
Yep.
just hand that to me.
Yep.
I'll take care of it.
Very touched by the honor. He's a very humble man. All right, here coming up is the Stoughton Youth Hockey. Stoughton Youth Hockey is celebrating its 50th anniversary, one of the older clubs here in southern Wisconsin, and they take pride in developing hockey players, both on and off the ice. This group would like to remind the community that hockey is fun, as exciting skill to learn. I would agree.
Have you tried hockey?
No. But my son has, and he was phenomenal, and I just loved watching them play.
It's very impressive. With my limited ice skating experience, I'm very impressed by hockey players and everything that they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is the Stoughton Cub Scouts. The Scouts organization is a part of the community to help teach civic responsibilities, leadership skills, and community service. Cub Scouts Troop 3161 is leading, with Boy Scouts following behind.
Oh, what a fun float. I bet they had a good time putting that together. I think that's so neat. A lot of these floats that we have that are kid-based, you know, they're expected to go, plan, make the float. I think it just makes it all the more exciting to be in a parade.
Yes, I agree, and they're showing off their own handiwork.
And if they carry this through to being an Eagle Scout, I mean, the accomplishments and skills that they learn is quite impressive.
Now, the music that we're hearing now is from the Brass Knuckle Band. Brass Knuckles Brass Quintet with percussion performs a wide variety of live music all around southern Wisconsin, including patriotic music, marches, pop, jazz, classical, and more.
They were at the parade last year, remember?
Yes, they were.
Right in the beginning.
They're playing Eye of the Tiger right now, which is a classic tune.
And they're having a good time doing it.
I've always been curious about what it's like to play the tuba.
Yeah, that would be fun. I wouldn't want to carry it home from school every day.
Right.
All right, here we come is Mosquito Squad. They are a chamber member, always willing to participate and donate when needed. They fight the bite and take back your yard this season. Mosquito Squad trained professionals can be trusted to help defend against backyard pests so that you can enjoy the outdoors again. They have many different types of applications. I know they have all natural applications, so if you're against or not for pesticides or anything that could harm, they have a lot of alternatives. Oh, this is a fun one.
Mount Horeb Sons of Norway Venolog Lodge. The Venolog Lodge of Mount Horeb is a nonprofit community organization promoting Norwegian culture and heritage by sponsoring numerous cultural events throughout the year. Stoughton has its own very, very active Sons of Norway Lodge, and it's wonderful to see another Sons of Norway Lodge represented in the parade. This is the H2M2 Wisconsin Husky Huddle and Malamute Mingle Group, which is a nonprofit organization that focuses on education, awareness, and rescue of the breed. Over 50,000 members, H2M2 Wisconsin works with area shelters and rescues to help foster, adopt, and rescue these dogs.
Oh, such
they have some of the dogs. Dogs are great.
Dogs are great.
Do you have a dog?
I have 2 of them.
What kind are they?
They're both mixed. One's a lab and one's more of a hound. I wasn't supposed to have any of them, and that's what happens when you go to rescue with your husband.
Yes.
I came home with 2 of them, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Oh, look at their little Norwegian flags they have on them. How cute.
I know Huskies are very vocal dogs.
My daughter has 2 Huskies. Did have 3. Very sweet.
Do they have conversations with her?
They do. All right, we have St. Vincent de Paul coming up. It's one of the longest serving charitable organizations in the world. They have been in Stoughton community for over 20 years. They were in 2 locations, one just off of Main Street and now on the west side of Stoughton.
And right behind them is the Jolly Giant Stilt Walker, which offers walkabout entertainment for any and all occasions. Sarah, we were talking earlier about our favorite parade entries, and I always love seeing stilt walkers.
I'm always amazed. Oh, and I love her costumes. She's a big butterfly. I'd rather play. I would not be good at that.
No, I think it looks super fun.
It does look fun. Very cool. And who do we have coming up here next? We have the Cambridge High School Marching Band. Cambridge High School Marching Band includes students from Cambridge High School in Cambridge, Wisconsin. Cambridge High School Marching Band has been participating in the Stoughton Syttende Mai since 2008. They are the Blue Jays. Can't have a parade without lots of bands.
They're great. I always really enjoy the drum cadence.
Mm-hmm. See, I think that would be the fun instrument to play.
The drums. Looks like we might hear a song. That tune?
It's from the Night Museum.
It is?
Yeah, they play, but that's not the name. Sun, Wind, Fire, is it? Or I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's like September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
Oh, Earth, Wind.
Next up, we have the Stoughton Volunteers of the Year. They are Dan Metz, Joelle Thorne, Louise Beckwith, Gordon Kriegel, and the Friend of the Youth Award winner, Anne-Marie Oakland. These awards are given out by the City of Stoughton itself. These folks have given a lot of their time and energy to the City of Stoughton. It's wonderful that we're able to recognize them. They're being driven around in a Viking ship provided by the Stoughton Lions Club, and we can see the Stoughton Lions lion right there in the front.
Well, the Stoughton Lions Club is also coming behind. It will be celebrating their 100th year of service to our community in 2024. In the parade, they'll be pulling some of their community children. How sweet is that?
We do see some community children.
Yes.
In those little cars.
Oh, how fun would that be? I would definitely want to do that.
Oh, the Cross Plains Lions.
Oh. This is always a cute one. Everybody likes the armadillo pulling the wagon. KG and the Wranglers. Yep. It's a husband-wife duo. I remember talking to them last year.
Yes.
They were funny. Love it.
They've been a part of the parade for 11 years. Up next is Miss Teen Wisconsin 2021. Miss Wisconsin's outstanding teen is Eve Vanden Heuvel. Eve is making a difference with her social impact initiative, Thank You from the Heart, thanking our veterans, which seeks to educate youth on who veterans are, why we should thank them, and how.
Perfect. And we have coming up is Miss Wisconsin Preteen. The 2021 Miss Wisconsin Preteen is Stoughton-owned Corley Syttende. She is currently a student at River Bluff Middle School, where science is her favorite subject. What a beautiful crown she's wearing. And a cool car.
Wouldn't that be a dream of any middle school girl?
To wear a tiara?
To have a tiara like that. It's great to see these kids making a difference.
Mm-hmm. Geez, I think I would like to wear a tiara.
Tiaras are.
Yeah.
I only wore a tiara one time, and I did love it.
I think my family would laugh me out of my house and pay no attention. I would be doing the laundry in one.
That sounds like a great time to wear a tiara.
Absolutely. All right, coming down the road right now is Stoughton High School dance team. They were founded in 2011. This team is officially a varsity team, dance team, and proud to be a Viking athlete. The primary goal of the team is to enhance school spirit at the SHS within the Stoughton community. You can see the team performing at home sporting events, the SHS functions, and community events and competitions. They always add an excitement to, yes, they're out there at the cold football games. And
yes.
Tried and true.
I know that group works very hard on their dances.
And they're recruiting people to be in the dance program. What a captive audience. Perfect time to do it.
Yes.
Mr. Adam Slager is driving his Jeep, and he's with
Stoughton High School Student Honors.
Impressive group. These guys have worked hard all 4 years of their high school career.
Well, they're really packed in there.
They certainly are. But who cares? You're in a Jeep.
Yes, with the top off. Agree.
Well, coming down the road here is Gunderson Funeral Home. Who says a hearse can't be in a Jeep? Or I mean, in a parade.
Can you have a hearse as a Jeep as a hearse?
I don't know.
Maybe. There's some of them are kind of long. You might be able to.
So Gunderson Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the wishes of families that we serve. Their priority is providing personalized and meaningful celebrations of life at a fair value. We offer comfort and attention to our clients deserve and support them in one of the most difficult times of their lives. Gunderson Funeral Home has been awarded the Pursuit of Excellence Award for outstanding performance in the funeral service field annually since 2001. And they do show their Norwegian spirit there.
Gunderson is also a very strong community supporter. We see them sponsoring many events and activities throughout the year.
Yep. I'm happy to say that they're Chamber of Commerce members. So it says ambulance on the side?
It does say ambulance on the side.
Kind of 2-for-1 deal, huh?
I wonder what year that's from. Up next is Taste of Stoughton. Taste of Stoughton is a newer festival in Stoughton. It started in 2019, bringing local food, drink, and music to Stoughton. The festival occurs on the third Saturday in June at Nordic Ridge Park. General admission is free, and local businesses will have food, wine, and beer available for purchase. I'm really looking forward to the festival this year. I have not been able, I was at it for the very first year, and I know that it's really expanded and enhanced itself year after year, so I'm very excited to go to that one this year. Check out the music lineup, have some of the food from the Stoughton restaurants, and just participate.
It's a super fun event. They were also the sponsor of our entertainment tent this year.
Yes.
They had happy hour on Friday night, and then also, since it got cut a little short due to the rain, they continued $2 taps on Saturday.
Great.
Yeah. Fun group. We have Jonathan B. High Wheel Bicyclists. Oh, look at that. How fun. It's 52 inches high. The high wheel bicycle is decorated with Norwegian colors. Of course, that would be our red, white, and blue, and multiple Norwegian flags. High wheel bicycles were popular in Norway, Europe, throughout the United States from 1870 to 1890.
But up next is the Madison Packerbackers. They were founded in 1965, and they've been active for over 50 years. They take 2 buses to every Packer home game and attend other events in Green Bay. The group represents the charity Rawhide, and they raise money for that group throughout the year.
Before you know it, it'll be Packer season again.
Yes, it will. I know it goes fast.
Right behind them is Men in a Truck. 2 Men in a Truck is a professional residential and commercial moving company serving Dane and Rock County since 1993. Since their beginning, they've been given more than $2.2 million back to our communities throughout in-kind donations and continue to look for more ways to contribute. You know what? These guys are a godsend. When you gotta move, there's such a huge difference between hiring somebody that knows what they're doing and doing it yourself.
Did you see how their truck is a Viking?
Ha ha ha.
I love it.
I love it.
Even the little truck has, oh my gosh, that's great.
Super cute.
Right behind them is Stoughton Area Little League, or SAL. It's a youth baseball program for children kindergarten through 6th grade in the Stoughton community. The goal of SAL is to provide area children with the opportunity to play and enjoy baseball in a positive, safe environment. Again, lots of volunteer hours going into groups like Stoughton Area Little League and Sports Boosters, and all of the groups helping kids to participate in sports. Very important activities there, as well as the musical programs with Boosters organizations there. And one of the things that I've loved about Stoughton since I moved here in 2000 is that it has a very strong volunteer spirit. Stoughton's really a city that cares about itself. People are happy to pitch in and support where needed, and that's one of the things that has kept me a very happy resident and loving to participate alongside with everyone else this whole time.
I agree with you. And we have a lot of great opportunities, so it makes it's fun. It's not work. Coming down the road, honking, is our one and only Stoughton Trailers. Stoughton Trailers has come a long way since it was founded in 1961. Today, it can claim to be one of the largest trailer manufacturers in Northern America. The largest employer in Stoughton, Trailers is committed to continuing its involvement in community events like Syttende Mai Parade. Trailers is a huge supporter of our town. They are a big supporter of the chamber.
Stoughton Trailers is an Oslo sponsor of the festival this year, and you can see the Stoughton Trailers listed as sponsors of so many events and groups throughout the city all year long, including a major donation to the high school to install a turf field this year on the football field.
Yep, they started digging, I think last Monday for that. They're
Certainly
advertising to apply for jobs.
Yes, they are hiring.
in all sorts of jobs. You don't realize it. You don't realize what great careers that makes, and the great benefits and pay that they give out. Just a huge supporter. All right. Looks like they're handing out some goodies along the way. What would a parade be without treats on the side?
Oh, right. Yes, you have to do that. I know a lot of kids bring their own bags with them so they can collect all the goodies. Stoughton Trailers is expanding their headquarters office. So they announced recently that they have made their land purchase for that location and will begin designing their new headquarters and plans for the rest of that area. It's going to be very fun and exciting to see that come to fruition.
All right, coming down, this is another favorite that has been in the parade year after year, the Bubble Mobile. It is based on a firm belief that the world is a better place with more bubbles. The Bubble Mobile is capable of blowing 2,000 bubbles per minute, uses an average of 6 gallons of bubble solution per parade. The tall funneled shape stacking rising from the center of the car blows bubbles using electricity supplied from the car battery. Oh, how cool. The Bubble Mobile is a 1967 Cadillac and is the latest in the line of Bubble Mobiles. It was built right here in Stoughton with the help of Erica, oh boy, Koivinen and the late Aaron Howard.
And
go right ahead.
Behind them is Eldon Homes, your hometown builder. The Anderson family has called Stoughton home for over 100 years. Tammy and Keith Anderson, founders of Eldon Homes, adore Stoughton and couldn't imagine a better place to grow. They are looking forward to growing the community, and in fact, they do have several projects in the works right now. Eldon Homes is also an Oslo sponsor of the Syttende Mai Festival this year. And coming up behind them with the colorful costumes, these folks are representing Gemütlichkeit Days in Jefferson, Wisconsin. Gemütlichkeit means good times. Riding on the float are the 2022 King and Queen of the festival, who will preside over this year's festival. Gemütlichkeit Days festival celebrates Jefferson's German heritage and is held every September at the Jefferson County Fair Park. This year, that will be September 16th through 18th.
All festivals are fun.
And I am thankful that they included a pronunciation guide for us.
Absolutely. There you go. It sounded a little better coming out of her mouth.
Yes.
But I love trying to hear people say Syttende Mai.
Yes, that is a tough one. I was helping some folks with that yesterday. I think it gets a little easier when you figure out that Sitten means 17th. So it's 17th of May, Syttende Mai. I don't. That helped.
Absolutely.
That helped. That has helped me.
All right, we do have Mark Spritzer, a state representative, and he's running as a Democrat for the 15th State Senate District, which includes Stoughton. Looks like Mark is proud to join the Stoughton community in celebrating its Norwegian heritage. He's a candidate for state senate. He lives in Beloit with his husband Philip and is proudly a Norwegian descendant. Mark has served in the State Assembly since 2015. They have nice bright blue Norwegian t-shirts on.
Yes.
Goes well with our...
Looks like they've got some goodies they're handing out as well. We're out of reach of the goodies, Sarah.
I know.
We might need to rethink this.
I don't
next
know.
year.
I've had quite a few good goodies living
Yes.
downtown this weekend.
Maybe some cheese curds.
Yeah, got a little bit of everything this year.
Next, we have the new business of the year, Dunkin', which is America's favorite all-day, everyday stop for coffee, espresso, breakfast sandwiches, and donuts. Dunkin' is proud to serve Stoughton, Wisconsin for all breakfast and snacking needs.
They're also, when you say new business of the year, that was this year's Stoughton Chamber new business of the year. Qualifications for that is a business that is 4 or less years here in Stoughton. I know Duncan is always a great supporter of many charitable groups here in town. You can always depend on them. All right, what's this fun vehicle coming up?
These are a couple of fun ones.
We have Roly Poly Oly and Page Street Bears. Everyone may recognize these local favorites. Sure, I know it. The Roly Poly Oly and the Page Street Bears help maintain everyone's positivity during COVID lockdowns over the last 2 years. Even though we're getting back to normal, we are thrilled to have such an amazing community that rallies together even in the worst of times. Go ahead.
I've been very excited about this one because this is my first time seeing Roly Poly Oly.
It is?
Yes. I heard about it for many, many months, but never saw it in real life. So I'm excited to actually see it.
I heard it needed
that was such a fun story.
Yeah, it was. Need a little TLC to get into the parade, parade ready, but
I see that
mission accomplished.
Roly Poly Oly is not actually rolling, but being driven. It's just been wonderful to see so many people pick it up, patch it up, and keep it going.
I wonder how many people have signed that. All right, well, let's not forget the rocket cycle is going through. That's Hunter Howell's riding his rocket cycle. Hunter has rode this one-wheel wonder in over 500 parades and events across the U.S. Hunter appeared in the Greatest Indianapolis 500 parade with his rocket cycle in 2017.
And right behind Hunter Howell is Goodwill of South Central Wisconsin. They're pleased to serve the Stoughton community. Proceeds from the sales of donated goods to their retail stores fund life-changing programs and services for people facing barriers to employment in our community. They thank you for your support. Following them is the Viking Snowdrifters, which is a nonprofit club established in 1969 and is one of the oldest clubs in Wisconsin. Now, they're all about snowmobiling. So this group goes out and maintains the trails, over 40 miles of trails in southern Wisconsin here, all maintained by volunteers of the Viking Snowdrifters Snowmobile Club.
And this year they actually were able to get out in the snow. I know years past, we haven't had much snow to get out in. Oh, looks like the youngest drifter is right there in the front. What a sweetie.
They'll have to get that one a smaller snowmobile. They do a lot for the snowmobile community in the area. Do you enjoy snowmobiling?
You know what, I haven't done it a whole lot, but yes, that would not be something I would be against. I would be a passenger, not necessarily a driver, but yeah, especially now that they're all heated. And
yes. It's been many, many years for me, but I did really enjoy it when I snowmobiled in the past.
Well, what would a parade be without our Cripple Creek Cloggers? It's a membership-based organization for the cloggers in and around the Madison area. The organization offers lessons in clogging, club dances, and performances and shows and parades. They have been in existence since 1982. Well, hey there. Trisha, since you've taken lessons from karate,
Yes.
I think this is your next new adventure.
The cloggers?
Yep.
It does look like fun, I'll tell you that.
Maybe this would be a good in-between step between me before I go to the dancing grannies.
Yes.
I could be a clogger.
I do like how they use really fun modern music.
Yeah. They are having fun, that's for sure.
Well, that driver sure needs to make sure they don't make any sudden moves, eh?
No doubt. Well, this isn't their first rodeo. I'm sure they're pretty stable up there. Oh, here comes another one of our chamber member supporters. Nazareth Health and Rehabilitation Center offers a home away from home for seniors in need of long-term nursing or rehabilitation care. The Sisters of Nazareth have been a part of the community here for over 40 years. Now, Complete Care Management is the owner-operator of Nazareth Health and Rehab, though they still pride themselves in our deep roots. Aww.
And behind them is City of Radar Fire Rescue. That's a fun old fire truck.
I know that he takes great pride in his fire truck and restoring it. Loves to be in parades.
Up next, Fisher Family Homes Remax Preferred. This award-winning real estate family will help your family achieve all of your real estate goals. And it looks like they have a hot air balloon firing mechanism on their truck.
That's what I was gonna say. Now, have you ever been in a hot air balloon?
I have not. I don't think I ever will.
I definitely will never be up in a hot air balloon. It just makes my hands sweat thinking about it.
It's such a small basket.
It is. But I suppose people that do it say it's so peaceful and wonderful. I will take their word for it. And there's Miss Natalie Fisher there, owner of Fisher Homes and Realty. All right, I gotta take this one.
Okay.
I might even get teary-eyed. Here is our ever Stoughton High School Norwegian dancers. I am gonna get teary-eyed. This is near and dear to my heart. I've had 2 children in dancers. My son is graduating this year. This group, I can't say enough about it. They perform 45 to 55 times a year. They began this group in 1953, and they have performed all over the U.S. and several tours in Norway. The Stoughton High School Norwegian dancers perform in schools, retirement communities, and other various venues. They have their final performance after the parade at 3:45. Anybody who has seen them or has not seen them, this will not be a show to miss. I did pretty good.
You did, yes, you did great. Stoughton Girl Scouts is next. They include all the Girl Scout troops in Stoughton from kindergarten to seniors and their troop leaders and parents. Girl Scouts is an organization that supports the development and confidence of girls through action and leadership. Originally funded by Juliet Gordon Lowe in 1911, Girl Scouts has been present in the Stoughton community going back generations. They run a community food drive every fall and participate in the Memorial Parade and raise the flag for the Veterans Memorial.
And let's not forget, on the back of that red truck, we have the 2021 Prince and Princess, Sophia Frankhauser, and Hunter Lewis.
Yes. It's great that they get to have their turn in the parade.
They do. All right, did you talk about the 4-H?
I have not.
Kegonsa Hustler 4-H Club. They have a awesome float there. Look at the big green shamrock. You know, 4-H teaches so many fun skills and trades, and then I'm just always so amazed when you go to the fairs and see what they do, all the way from animals to skills.
Yes, and then they can go on to join the FFA, which has been active in this community for many years, beginning its charter here in 1938. They provide opportunities with benefits for all students, no matter their specific career goals. They study landscaping, horticulture, small and large animal care, wildlife management, crop production, processing, marketing, and many other careers.
And let's not forget they have the best cream puffs at the start of the season and
Yes,
cheese
the
curds.
FFA alumni, once they graduate, they can be an alumni and provide cheese curds to the town.
Perfect. Let's not forget about our Stoughton wrestlers. Stoughton Wrestling has been a part of this community for over 50 years. They are celebrating all of their recent accomplishments.
Coming up behind them is Stoughton Utilities, our community-owned utility company working hard each day to anticipate your needs and exceeding your expectations.
They're kind of behind-the-scenes people.
They
you
are.
never really realize how much you need them until you need them.
Yes, until something happens, and then they are on the spot. When we had that major storm in March, they were out immediately looking for ways to help, looking for issues that might have come up during those strong winds, and beginning work immediately to help out.
Exactly, and also I want to say during COVID, they were a huge supporter of the Chamber. They received a grant. We were able to do matching bucks promo. I don't know if any of you remember, but we could match up to $50.
Behind them is BA Stoughton Construction, LLC, which is a small locally owned company here for all your home improvement needs. They focus on innovative and unique designs. Might be a bathroom, kitchen, or basement that needs updating, but BA Stoughton Construction will work with you to make your vision a reality.
You have a little inside help there with a great float. Big table saw.
Oh, a table saw, that's great. I love it.
Fun. And we're going to be finishing up our parade with Melissa Vogel is running for the 43rd Assembly seat. Marianne Zimmerman is running for the 31st Assembly seat. They're both pro-small businesses and pro-Wisconsin. Both moms have children participating in the Syttende Mai parade in numerous times, but this is each of their first years joining us. They're excited to be part of this tribute to our Norwegian culture.
And before we wrap up today, I want to acknowledge Jerry and Judy Grittenholm, who were awarded the Elizabeth Liz Nelson Community Appreciation Award this year, which is given to a citizen of Stoughton who has positively impacted the community. It's awarded every year in February at Norse Afternoon of Fun, and we want to congratulate Jerry and Judy Grittenholm on that.
Thank you, Tricia, for adding that. Well, it looks like our parade is ending. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the 2022 Syttende Mai Festival, and we will be back next year, same place, same station.
Time.